Hello and welcome to the Three Ps in the podcast. We'll probably change that second podcast out of here. I am your host, Ben, the goat Science. Joined today, I have my very good friends. We have Chief Hut Killstar. Say hello.
Hello.
And Captain Ryu McGruff.
Hiya.
Uh, hey guys, this is the. What do you think of the intro? I just made all of that up on the spot.
Works for me.
All right, I'm gonna try and do different names every episode. I'll try and
Titles.
That'll be
I'm gonna try and give you guys like a little bit of new
That's
names
over
going on.
100 different titles and names.
I will do my darndest. At some point, like, we'll see when I start getting Simpson syndrome and just redo names.
At the last episode, you should do this. What
The
you did
exact
now.
same one. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Anyways, if you didn't read the title, or, somebody just shoved this episode in your face, then we are here. The mission statement of this podcast is we are going to be reading Dragon Ball 10 chapters a week for, hopefully exactly a year, because it's 520 chapters. And we're hoping that it's going to be good. So a bit of the background on what we have is we have our resident Dragon Ball expert Hut over there. It is his favorite show. He has read it. He's watched it several times, I believe, and is still currently up to date with Dragon Ball Super manga. RIP, I know. And for me. I have the second most experience with the show. I watched it when I was in middle school, and I watched Super at some point until I decided this is bad. So
ass.
Dragon Ball fans, Dragon Ball Super fans, y'all can crucify me in the comments. And to round out our lovely roster, we have Ryu, who is an absolute Dragon Ball newbie, doesn't know anything besides what he's learned through pop culture osmosis, which would be
The normal shit, like people can go Super Saiyan, shit like that.
Yeah.
Fusions, base, like shit that comes way later. So this is all very new to me that we've currently learned at least.
Yeah, so with that, gentlemen, shall we get into chapters 1 through 10?
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, so I think, like, for these, Ryu, we're gonna let you go first, because obviously me and Hut have a little bit of a different perspective. So I think it'll be interesting to hear your thoughts first.
Well, yeah, when I started reading, and it's very kind of a strange-ish intro with like the wood chopping, but fair enough. Then we learn he just has a Dragon Ball at the start, which is cool. Didn't know that. Also, you can immediately see the staff in the background if you look at is it panel 7 or 6, something like that.
We're doing deep cut. Okay. I didn't. I wasn't expecting us to like fully go like page by page. I just have some general thoughts.
Yeah, but then we see Bulma, which says on her shirt. Also, I knew a little bit about that. Driving a car, which I didn't expect to see a fucking car in like chapter 1. I just thought like, okay, wow, a car. That's funny. Of course, Goku hunting, fishing with his little pecker out. Yeah, we
Oh
come
my
across
God.
Bulma, which Goku, being the absolute Chad he is, throws, and then like just fucking jucks that shit away, and then Bulma just like pulls out the Glock, and Goku just resists that shit.
Okay, but like, what'd you think of the chapters? Like what's the vibe that you got? How does it stack up against like?
I
What
don't know.
you
I
thought it
jumped
was
in kind
gonna
of blind, not knowing what to expect. This is not it. I'm gonna be real. It's not what I expected. There's a lot more goofy and like a lot more like jokishly, I guess, than what I figured it would have been. A lot more serious for some reason. I don't know exactly why that was, but maybe I don't know. But Fairy Tail right lately, so that already kind of like a goofy series. So I figured that's a little bit more serious, but nope.
No, that's that's the vibe. Like I also had like on my notes over here. Like the first thing I wrote down in my notes is the opening is way more comedic than I remembered, and
figured.
than you'd expect from a series with this reputation.
I
How
definitely
how was
noticed
that
that.
for you? Like obviously like no like being
Uh,
very familiar with the show.
Obviously, I remember how this goes, right? But I feel like it's funny to think about how goofy this series starts. You know how lighthearted, funny, right? And then we delve into more serious stuff later that everyone associates with Dragon Ball, like fight transformations, etc., etc. But right now it's very simple, very very lighthearted, right?
Yeah.
So I think that starting off that way, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, I thought like it was yeah, like I thought it was very interesting, and I okay, so one thing that I don't know if this is going to be controversial. I don't think it'll be within this group, but I got to be honest, Bulma fucking sucks.
Yeah,
Right?
she is.
Yeah,
Like
She
that,
like
fucking
we can all
sucks.
agree she's fucking awful.
She's using
as a
Goku like his strength. Like one of the first things she says is like, "Oh, this guy is strong. I can use him." Like genuinely, the first thought she has. It's insane. And he's like, "Oh, he has a Dragon Ball. Oh, even more convenient." And like, it's like she is genuinely just fucking using Goku. And then later when we get to like Oolong, she's also like, "Oh, that's convenient. We can use him." Like she is literally like
she
using Goku, and she doesn't tell them that the balls spread away right after they make the
Yeah,
wish with Shenlong. So
purposefully
like
like spreading misinformation.
purposely like keeping their lie up so that she can get what she wants. She's really after her own desires and doesn't really care for the people she's with.
Yeah, she's very manipulative. She drove over a kid and then decided to shoot the kid right afterwards, which is
Like
Yeah.
wild.
oh, this shit is shocked. It's
Like
fucking full of
I get
Like
it,
you'd
but
think this takes place in America.
yeah,
like
exactly.
it's like she did the Toji man. What the
And
fuck?
it's not like she's stupid or anything,
No,
right?
she's really smart, but like
She's
She's
she
very
very smart.
smart.
she just
Definitely very smart.
chooses to be this way, which is
She
crazy. Also, like that kind of brings me to like another point I had, which was that I just like that guns don't mean anything off the bat. I thought that was very
Yep.
like I wrote down they just do ouchie.
Yeah, they're just
Like,
They're
cause
just
that's
Goku.
yeah, which I thought
Yeah.
was funny. But like to get back on like the Bulma thing real quick. This is probably like what's gonna be most of my input throughout like the early parts of this series. Um, because obviously this is a parody of Journey to the West, right? I mean, we all know
yeah,
this.
you cut out when you
You
start
cut
early
off
part of
yours.
the
Oh,
series.
so okay, so like obviously this is a this is a Journey to the West parody. We all know this, right?
Yeah, yeah. We
Yeah,
know
yeah,
this.
of
Okay, yeah.
course.
So like I know you guys know this, but I don't know. I don't think you guys really know anything about Journey to the West as like a
Oh,
text.
I know from
I
the Rustic
have
song.
I have
It's
watched
basically most of the shit I know.
yeah, I've watched a couple videos about it, so I know like
All right.
some degree.
Right. So what one of the things that I wanted to mention that really like stuck out to me as a like major difference because that I thought that would be like a fun way to like approach this to just see like okay where does this now really like what jokes and what inversions does it really make, and one of the main ones is Bulma.
Yep.
Cause like in Journey to the West there is like the like one of the most virtuous monks. The most virtuous monk, Tripitaka, is the main character and is the one that like all these characters center around. Being Sun Wukong, being Pigsy, like and like the other characters that later join up.
Yes.
And like he's the most virtuous monk, so like we're supposed to like root for him. He's the main character, and you know he's the one delivering the scriptures to the West. But here, looking at Bulma, she is probably like the least virtuous person.
Yup.
And I gotta be honest, when she fell through the cloud, I kind of laughed because I was like, "Yeah, you deserve that."
That makes
You
sense.
Yup.
I think it's funny because Tripitaka uh physically bound Sun Wukong so he would help him, right?
Ah, yeah, yeah.
While as well as him not being physically strong enough to get through the journey by himself, right? So he needed a powerhouse with him. Then that's a good parallel here because Bulma is like Tripitaka, right? She can't do anything on her own, so she
Mm-hmm.
has someone else help her through the journey. I think was a
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, like I do think that like the issue I think with this is that Tripitaka works because like he's a good, well-meaning person and again virtuous, whereas Bulma
Yes.
just sucks. She just sucks.
Yeah.
Selfish. She's very selfish.
She's super selfish, and that doesn't work. Like a lot of like the conflict that arises in Journey to the West, a lot of the time is, like Tripitaka trying to do good and like misunderstanding his disciples, because like the other people become his disciples. Like for example, there's like
Yeah.
several times where they don't trust Son Wukong because he's Son Wukong. He does so much shenanigans and random shit and like impulsive stuff and gets him in trouble a lot of the times that like sometimes like there's conflict from like when they don't trust him, and then like there's this thing where like Tripitaka casts him out, and that's like very high drama stuff, but that doesn't work here because you just be yelling at Bulma being like, what the fuck are you doing, you dumb bitch.
Yeah, and like in this, like the most of the things that happen are because Bulma is like going after the balls. She has the tracker, of course, which she's following to the balls, and like that's where the journey that they have is. Like they're going towards the balls every time, and like they're making a quick bridge to the with the random turtle that Goku
Mhm.
found, and they got like a sidetrack, like a side quest from the turtle, like hey,
Mhm.
bring me back home. And Goku was immediately like, I'm gonna help you because he just wants to do good. He just wants to help people and along the journey.
Which in and of
And boom,
itself is an inversion of Sun Wukong,
yeah,
because
fair
Sun
enough.
Wukong is very selfish.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Go ahead. Hud.
I was gonna say it's like Bulma has Tripitaka's like physicality, but Son Wukong's mindset, while Goku's the reverse, having Son
Yeah,
Wukong's like abilities and Tripitaka's mindset, right?
this is very fun. Very
Yeah, so
interesting.
like that's definitely a fun inversion. Also, just like one of like I took one picture of like a panel that I wanted to talk about. And it is again like it's a Journey of the West thing, so I want to mention it whilst we're talking about it. So like when they meet Roshi, also
Mhm.
that's another thing. Like it's gonna be very like weird for me because like I know the English like names, which they like translate, but in the manga they have it like straight up. So like
So
when they meet Roshi, Turtle Hermit, like there's this bit
Kana
where
and Senin.
yeah, where Bulma says, "Hey, why does a Turtle Hermit have a magic cloud? I mean, where's the logic?" And Roshi just says, "Deal with it," because like in Journey to the West, like most of the emissaries from heaven just have one of those clouds, and it's never quite explained. And
It's
so
like
like
don't
to
question it.
give Son Wukong or to give Goku the cloud, they just kind of said fuck it, and like that's kind of like the attitude that that they have with like a lot of the like the Journey to the West stuff, and it's just like why like this doesn't make sense. It's like shut the fuck up, we're doing a joke.
yeah,
Yeah, 'cause the cloud is mostly like they used it like once. Like most of the time, like when catching Oolong when he was flying away, like most of the time when like when it's like brought up, they're like, no, but all the rest of us are walking right through the desert. Like so, it was like I'll walk as well. And then the only
Yeah.
other thing it's used for is the joke of like being impure.
yeah.
That's
It's because
usually what it's.
To be honest,
yeah.
I just enjoy seeing Momo like splat her face. She deserves it.
That's great.
Oh yeah. Also, just to get this out of the way, I'll call the Nyoibo um for the power pole because that's what's it called.
Yeah.
I'll call the Kinto Un for the flying nimbus because that's what it's in dub. And I'll call Shenlong for Shenron because that's what it's called in dub. So I'm just getting that out of the way.
Yeah, well, we might
Yeah.
have to clarify a couple more times, but I think I'm gonna join you on
Well,
that.
I'll call him Shenlong because that's how he's called in the manga.
Yeah.
I'll still call Roshi Roshi because that's how I got to know him through
Yeah.
Pop.
From Slime, right?
From Slime. At this
Yeah,
point, and
we have a
then
friend called Slime whose profile picture is Master
Roshi,
Roshi,
which
and
that
he's
in one of our
named
Discord
Slime Master
servers is
Roshi in our
yeah,
Discord. So yeah.
yeah, and then yeah, so like and I just call Bulma because I knew she was called Bulma, but even before he was introduced, and Goku because all this
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Like so what okay, another thing I wanted to talk about was just their ages like caught
Oh
me so
yeah,
off guard He's
Goku being
14.
14
No,
and
okay.
she's
He
16.
he
I
looks
actually
8. He looks
have
like
something
8.
else to say. Goku is not actually 14. The reason
Oh,
he says he's 14 years old is because he never learned how to count. He is. Yeah. So he
Okay.
says
that
he's
sounds about right.
14, but he's actually 11.
That
So
makes more sense.
Ah,
Okay.
so
this makes
later
more sense.
later when he actually he'll find out later how to count, and then he'll realize he's actually 11 at this current point in the story.
So he's pre-puberty here, right?
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay. That makes a
That
lot
makes
more
sense. Like also like I've just been reading Conan, so I was like, this motherfucker's not 14.
This shit lied. He
This
lied.
shit, like in manga they don't even do this shit. What's this cap?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what do you guys? I have some other things I want to talk about. Like what's some stuff that you guys want to talk about?
Who
Well,
else?
first off, I want to like mention the time restraint, the 30 days. They like this mentioned chapter 2. They were like, Bill was saying, yeah, summer break. I have 30 days to get these balls, and I've kind of loosely been keeping track. They're like, they only like after the 10 chapters, they have like 20 days each left, like 10 days past ish.
I thought it was like way less.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
seem
thought it was
that
like
way, but
4 or
I
5
could.
days because like we see them like camp out like 4 or 5ish times, right?
Well, yeah, it's there's like a 3-day travel, right, to with the boat.
Oh right, yeah, they did say that. Yeah, no, okay.
Yeah,
We'll see,
like
because like
Lucy,
I
not
don't
really.
like. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think this is a story that's gonna like keep track of its
The
continuity
time,
well.
yeah, probably
So
not.
I'm very interested to see what you get out of that. I am mostly looking at some of the characters and what they're doing. And this is mostly like a thing that like Ryu, you'll catch on to this later. But Huts, the stuff in the desert. Uh, that's like it's an impressive introduction for Yamcha.
I don't know
Like
who
Yeah,
he is. I've never met him. Like,
yeah,
nothing through pop culture has told me about this character.
that's wild.
yeah, so
Yamcha
like
the hype man.
it was interesting to see him be introduced and like he kind of like wrecks Goku, but then it's just like my issue with it is that like he immediately goes like I'm hungry, right? So like it's not
Yeah.
like he didn't beat him, he was just
Yeah,
hungry, right?
it's so sad. Like, oh, he fought someone that's actually can oppose Goku's. It's true, right? Since so far it's been a cakewalk. He's just beat people, and someone
Yeah.
that can beat Goku. But the caveat is that Goku was hungry and wasn't.
Goku had
Yeah,
nothing to eat for like a day, yeah, or two
yeah,
maybe.
yeah. So he wasn't at full power. So that was like a kind of
Yeah.
negative.
I also just love like Bulma eventually like, pulled out like a Tommy-ish, not really a Tommy gun, like an MP40 or whatever, and then she also
Yeah.
shot Goku.
Like the
But
guns
like,
took me
it's
like it's
it could be
fucking
so
weird.
like I didn't expect guns to be a bigger part than they like just like a one-off gag at the beginning maybe.
Yeah, like it's
But no, yeah,
weird because like Bulma, no, not Bulma, Yamcha pulls out a fucking RPG at some point.
he pulls up
Yeah,
fucking
at the
Panzerfaust. He pulls out a fucking Panzerfaust.
Oh
The
my god.
German
See, I
World
was
War
gonna.
II RPG. He
I
calls
was,
it a Panzerfaust as well. He
he
literally calls it
does?
that.
Oh shit.
Yes.
I was gonna ask you guys who that we've seen so. Do you think anyone else but Goku could have like could ride the flying nimbus?
We've seen
Maybe the turtle.
maybe a turtle. Yeah. I mean,
I think your boy Turtle might be on that cloud life.
everyone else is horny as fuck,
Yeah,
right?
it's bad. Like
It's very bad.
it makes
The
sense that
pterodactyl,
this is
the old
like
man.
why the 2000s were the way they were in
This
terms of
makes a lot more
anime.
sense. Yeah.
Like I already had that like based off of like at some point I rewatched like Dragon Ball Abridged, and I just like at some point they had like 4 or 3 characters in a room. I was like, oh god, all of them are horny. I was just like,
Yeah.
okay, this makes sense why, you know, it took a while to shake this out of the anime. Out of
Yeah.
anime.
No, that's fair.
Mm.
Just in general, not even just the Dragon Ball anime, just anime.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Dragon Ball's influence is far-reaching, and like I'll have a thing to say about the horniness later, but that's I mean we've seen. So essentially, this is just a little like again Journey to the West stuff. There's a thing in Journey to the West where every character in Journey to the West represents an aspect of humanity slash like the human brain.
Mm-hmm.
And the character that Oolong is based off of, Pixie, is instinct. So that is also, like the perversive instinct slash
Insect
the
to
breeding, which is
yeah,
why
exactly.
Oolong is the way he is. But like,
Makes sense.
so like that was like a lot of the reason why I thought like that a lot of like the perfect characters that came after Dragon Ball were like not as good, because like Oolong is that way because he's based off of a character who actually represents something. So you do a parody of a parody, which you lose something in the middle of. That's what I thought for a long time, because it's been a while since I read Dragon Ball. Then I realized Master Roshi gets introduced before Oolong, so I'm talking out of my ass. He's
Master Roshi's just Master Roshi.
yeah, like it's
Just
just
an old,
a
just
thing.
I mean, that's
And
probably
I don't know
based
why
off
they
the
did
old
it.
man gag in anime, right? Like old man horny.
Yeah, but like
For
I thought
panties.
that Oolong was introduced before that, and I was like, oh, so like they just did that and then did the joke again, which was bad. But no, they did that joke first, which was bad. Then they did the joke and it worked, and then like it doesn't.
And then they kept going, and then more of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
I've gotta say,
Yeah.
first half of this, or at least like a good chunk of series has this. It has the horny, right? But thankfully later it just stops.
I'm
Yeah,
so looking forward to that.
same. I want this to stop.
Like I do think there's some like we do need to like take into account that this is like some 80s, like early 80s. What time
Uh,
when did Dragon Ball come out?
1984, I believe, or 1986
Yeah,
was
84 is what it says here.
yeah, and 86 was when the anime released.
All right, so yeah, 84. Obviously, that is nearly exactly 40 years ago.
Yeah.
So that's something we gotta keep like putting it in its era makes sense, but obviously, yeah, like that's just I think that's just some context.
I feel like
40
this.
years ago. That's kind of an insane amount of time to think.
Yeah,
No. Most of my
yeah, but
notes is
Yeah.
just about Journey to the West. So if we want to talk about anything else, let's please do.
It's fun. I find it weird how like randomly like at the boat stop, right? Randomly we just lost the capsules. I guess like to drive the plot forward, like oh we have to survive without them now. Like it was
Yeah,
just
like
out of nowhere, kind of.
it feels a bit off.
Yeah.
But like right now, the thing that's like allowing me to like see past it a little bit. You know that I don't generally look past stuff like this. It's just that like it's such like nothing serious has happened.
No,
Not a single
genuinely.
serious thing has happened yet, and
Like,
until
even
it
the
does, I'm
Panzerfaust,
gonna
I
let
was
the
like,
series do whatever it wants.
Mhm.
I'll keep
even-
notes, and then at some point they'll go back on something, and I'll call it out.
yeah. The series will be pretty. Something interesting will happen next week. I'll say at least. But
okay.
All right, I fucking
Yeah.
hope so.
I hope we have something to talk about. That would be nice.
It's just like guys, we read 10 chapters, nothing happened. It was just blank pages.
Like-
I don't know.
Yeah, cool shit. Anyway, see you next week. Like,
See you
maybe.
next week.
Thanks for
Bro.
coming.
Oh my god! And like, that's gonna like we don't even upload it as an episode on YouTube. We just upload it as a short.
Just short.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, boy.
also, I just want to call to this. There's apparently, like I knew this beforehand, but there is a transformation school. So are the implications that anyone could just go to that school and learn how to transform?
Yes.
Think
Which
it's a
again, I
school?
thought was like an interesting. I gotta stop talking about Journey to the West, but one more time. So in Journey to the West, like Sun Wukong goes to like Sun Wukong has 7 different types of immortality. The where he learns his first like version of immortality is also where he learns to shapeshift. So
Yeah.
in Journey to the West, Sun Wukong is a shapeshifter. And here like Oolong has that ability. I think Pixie could also shapeshift in Journey to the West. There's just a lot of shapeshifters in Journey to the West for some reason. So yeah, I thought it was pretty cool that like Huar and Oolong both had like shapeshifter powers.
That's how you say his name?
Huar.
Guar?
Yeah.
War.
I thought it was like puree. Like the like like the
Puree.
food.
Yo, oh my god. Bro, Toriyama's the secret duchy? Crazy.
Yeah, hell
Yeah.
yeah. No, like yeah, but like I thought the implication of like transformation school was just like creatures that know from birth they can transform go to that school.
It's
But-
like
But you're
Hogwarts.
saying it makes more sense.
It's like
Yeah,
Hogwarts for
yeah, for transformation. I thought like, okay, you have magic affinity, so go there.
Yeah,
Like,
that would make sense.
uh,
That's
Yeah,
what I
but-
figured at least. But yeah,
Oolong got his Hogwarts letter and I didn't. What is this injustice?
What
what's
is
this
this?
injustice? I mean, we never got explained how like fuck, what's his name?
Poir? Poir?
Poir.
How long Poir can do it? From seemingly he can do it infinitely, at least longer than Oolong.
I mean,
Well, that was
Oolong,
really-
like they were like pretty matched, right?
Apparently,
because like they have the whole thing where they go out into the desert.
Yeah, but I
together.
think like Poir.
Which, by the way,
showed,
was
like,
funny.
hey,
It was
I am
actually like
also-
genuinely a funny bit.
yeah.
Yeah, that was. I generally think though, however, that like Poir only changed back to himself once he saw Oolong like pop out.
Yeah.
Oolong popped out because like time ran out, and then Poir. But even Poir went before Oolong because he changed into Goku and then went upstairs and like he heard that him coming up
Yeah.
and then changed. So
yeah.
in like actual time wise, Poir would have transformed
God,
out
Oolong
first.
also sucks. I just like he's just like
Honestly, he's probably my least favorite character.
like
here.
He
again
sucks.
like he's just horny and he's the one character that like is justifiably horny because again he's like based
It's
off
based
of
off
the
of something, which makes me
Pixie,
enjoy him a
who's,
little
like,
bit
the
more.
instinctively like who's supposed to represent instinct. So, like I get it. He still he drugs everybody. He drugs
oh yeah, but-
literally all of them. And then when
Yeah.
I will fucking go upstairs, I'm like, ay ay ay.
I don't
And
Nobody
somehow,
besides
the-
Goku is likable right now. Yamcha's incel, by the way. Like Yamcha's
yes!
genuinely just an
I
incel.
don't know,
Like,
he's
he pulled up the cheeks of like women.
It's not like he
Fucking
hates.
dying.
He hates them. He said he wanted to have confidence talk to them. He's just scared of them, right?
That's the one wish he has. He wants
Yeah,
the wish
he
to
wants-
be
he wants to
confident.
be
Not even
actually-
just a loving girlfriend. No. His wish is to be able to talk to women.
Yeah, he just want to be
First
able to
line.
talk to
Bro,
women.
well,
so
wait,
he's-
no, he's Rajesh from Big Bang Theory.
I get that.
At least he's trying to change himself, right?
It's more than we can say for fucking Bulma.
Yeah.
Yamcha is genuinely more
Yeah.
likable than Bulma, even though we've known
Yes.
Bulma for way longer.
Yup,
We met Yamcha
yup.
like 3 chapters ago.
I also
Bulma was
like you gotta just respect the guy. Like Poir's like, don't you want to be like king of the world or like infinite wealth? And he's just like, no, I don't give a shit about that. What are you
I don't
on
give a shit about that. I don't give a shit about world domination. I just
I
want
can
love,
just
which
get
is
by
very
myself,
respectable.
which is so that's so respectable, dude.
He's like, I just want to get married, and that's genuinely very respectable.
Like right now,
genuinely-
Yamcha's the best character, which is crazy.
Yeah.
like it's Yamcha, Goku, and then like
Yeah, because like
the
Goku,
rest.
like
Bulma
Goku
and then
just
the rest.
hasn't done anything wrong. Like he does, like, well,
I
yeah.
mean, Poir, I guess. Like Poir is fine. Poir didn't do jack shit, but
Jack, are we gonna talk about like Goku, like just not understanding what a woman is?
Yeah, I was gonna say tapping people. Like, I get it. You've
Women.
never seen a woman before.
Male.
Bro, Goku is #1 Trump supporter. I'm just saying. I'm about to pussy.
bro,
Fuck
I
it,
knew you were
whatever,
referencing that.
whatever.
As soon as
I
you
was,
said
hey,
that,
look, we can pussyfoot around him, but hey.
Oh
Thank-
god.
Like, it's crazy because he.
It's topical.
doesn't-
He's running again, and we really hope he doesn't get it.
Exactly. Yeah, but I get it since he's never seen a woman in his life and he's
Yeah.
lived in the
He only knows.
mountains.
Genuinely, the only person he knows is Grandpa. No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, go on.
So, like,
he
it's
lives-
understandable, and like, I get that Bulma's like mad about it, but like, he should also like just catch on a bit quicker, right?
Yeah, but you know, social
Okay. To his like credit, he never went to school.
Yeah,
Like
and
this
his
is his first time like meeting anyone else besides his grandpa.
No, but like,
who
what,
died,
what
like,
I'm
a
saying
year
is
ago.
that like he's super he trusts everybody, right?
Yeah, he's very true.
Bulma told him to stop fucking doing it, and he just didn't listen.
He's still a kid.
Yeah, he's still
guess,
curious.
yeah,
he's still curious, right? And I guess he didn't learn proper etiquette since you know his grandpa died and he lived alone in the mountains. We don't really get when he died, but we just know he died, so he could have, you know, died.
He could have died a
early.
week ago. He could have died. Looking at him, he
About
was
a
surviving
week
on his final
ago.
zone.
Yeah.
Looking at him, he was like surviving fine. So I think he died quite a little while ago.
Yeah,
so, like,
he's been
at
he's been
least a
making do
month.
for a while.
He's breaking
At
through
least
for at
month.
least
I think
a
a
month.
couple years.
Yeah.
Probably a couple years, but at least a
Because
month.
like he's
I'm
super settled into this state.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, generally like he
Like
goes out, he
he's
trains, gets
whistling,
food,
he's rolling off of trees.
Mm-hmm.
he knows the area. Yeah,
Yeah. So are we gonna talk about him like using his skill for fishing?
It's pretty. It's
yeah.
pretty conventional way. It's pretty good.
It's pretty ingenious actually. I think it's
I
pretty,
thought I
pretty
thought that
smart.
was so neat.
Yeah.
I was like, why is Dick his clothes? And then he stuck his tail in the water. I'm like, well,
Yeah, that's a pretty
No,
good
that's
idea.
fair.
that's fair.
I think
And then,
like,
like, and then
another
I-
thing that just bugs me about Bulma is just that she never believes anything.
Yes, he's very untrustworthy.
She.
Like she
Okay, I
trusts
don't.
nothing. All the way around.
I don't remember if this has been revealed yet. So I'm gonna keep it to myself for now. But she is a city girl, right? So
Yeah, she said this. She said this. I'm just
So,
a
yeah,
city girl.
yeah,
What she said.
yeah. So I
Also,
guess
I do want Ryu's reaction on tape for this. So Ryu, I wanted like this is one of my all-time favorite anime openings. It is the Dragon Ball anime opening. I don't recommend looking at the visuals. Just like like I'm gonna send the link. And you just like click on it and then like have another tab open so you don't get spoiled visually. But like,
Mhm.
I think like I want your reaction and thoughts on.
Playing? Yeah, it's playing.
this is definitely my favorite.
It's loud. Wait 1 sec.
Alright. So
Yep.
like you guys won't have audio for this because obviously we will get mega copyright strike if we put this up.
Probably.
Yep.
It, this is better than any of the Dragon Ball Z opening. I will die by that.
Yeah, this is definitely my favorite Dragon Ball opening. The only one that I think is close to this is the GT opening, Dan Dan Kokoro no.
Sure, that's a thing.
Yep.
Where
It's very
like
chill.
yeah, like I think it works very well for like just the event, like because it's just like a chill adventure, right? Again, like we've not faced any true danger.
Nope.
So like for what the series is right now, like I don't know when it will change when this shifts, but which I'm also very interested
I
in like
know.
seeing. But
Now you know.
no, I don't. Y'all, it's been nearly a decade since I started this shit.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I know. That's
Look, I'm call me old. Fuck you.
But-
This is very chill.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like the drumming.
it's such a fucking vibe, bro.
It's such a
Yeah.
banger, man.
Like I'm just interested in seeing when it'll like evolve past like just goofy little manga. Because like
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
what it is. Like it like you can very much tell why like One Piece is based off of this because like it's goofy like I'm interested to see how this balances the serious and the goofy, which I think One Piece does very well.
Yeah. I mean, One Piece went like from like they had a very silly at the beginning, and then went a little bit more serious, like this not really, and then they went back more a little silly. Like they had like periods, like eras, I guess.
Yeah,
Just-
but I
So
think
I'm-
like even then like it's still balanced.
It was still
like,
always quite balanced. Yeah.
yeah,
Definitely.
like I think the general like some like there was some more serious stuff and moments, but I think overall like the tone never got.
It had some dark points, like some backstories of characters. I won't get too much
I
details.
felt like,
Probably
but
some
like I don't
people
think
that
like
listen to this.
backstories are fair. To
Yeah.
count in that.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Like yeah, like there's some areas like of the story were like quite dark and explore some dark themes. Definitely like
Leave it to
slavery,
us, by the
whatever.
way, to turn a Dragon Ball podcast into a One Piece talk.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get too deep into this, but they still always had the goofy in the middle, and I'm hoping definitely they definitely keep that aspect
Like-
as well in Dragon Ball. Like I hope they go a little bit more serious,
Yeah.
like at least get some more serious themes in there.
Mm.
But I'm getting that they're still a little more silly because it's
Yeah, like
early
I
in the
like
series.
I remember because again like it's been damn like 8 or 9 years since I first watched since I watched Dragon Ball. So like I don't remember much of it. I remember I think up till the end of this arc and then sporadically some stuff after until we hit Z. which Z I know I remember a lot better. Thank you, Dragon Ball Bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair
So
enough.
like that. So that's why I'm saying like I don't remember when the Switch happened. Because I'll remember the Dragon Ball part very well. So I'm very interested to see when that happens. I'm kind of expecting like about halfway through the Dragon Ball chapter turn. Ryu, like, what are you expecting? From this part from this.
This point, I'm expecting like just for now, from what I've like based on what I've seen, I feel like we're gonna keep this theme, like see Goku like grow up a little bit. I kind of a spoiler, I guess. I know that Bulma and Goku have a kid. Don't know if that's Z Super whatever, like if that's another series, or if that's like kind of where it ends with.
Yeah, like
So
the
just curious to
notion isn't
see
there in the manga, so we're just gonna like at some point there will be like like an
some romance
episode where we're
blooming or
like,
something.
they're here now.
They're
What child?
they're an adult now. Yeah. I don't know. Like I know, like Goku. I've seen Goku as an adult. I've seen him go Super Saiyan and whatever, and Inter Instinct, etc. Like I don't know when or how and whenever
Yeah.
we meet certain people and how we get there, and so I'm curious to see how we get to like meet those people, how we get the developments in their power, like how we get to meet Frieza, for instance, that kind of shit. Like that kind of stuff. I'm just curious to see how the series will develop in the.
Yep.
All right. And
I
Hut, yeah, like what are you thinking? This
Dragon Ball is a series that has pioneered a certain type of arc. You might know what I'm talking about, Ben. And
Yes, I
I
do.
am
I am very well
I
aware.
know exactly what he's
Mm.
talking about.
and I'm very excited to see. Since you don't remember Ben and you haven't read a review, so I'm very excited to see what you guys will
I
think
think I
about.
remember, like, now that you're just talking about it, I think I remember it. I remember being a bit confused about, like, one of the characters in that bit. And I just remembered what the whole point of that was. I don't remember where it came from, but I just remembered it. So, let's see if I remember it when we get there.
Yep, let's see if you
See you in
do.
half a year. We're gonna have like half a year later when we're there. We're gonna have like a flashback, like black and gray, like just like the flashback of this happening.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure I'm editing these, so I don't know how extravagant
Oh
I'm
boy,
gonna
never
get with
mind.
this.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Hey, Hut, you want another editing project?
No, I'm booked. I'm booked.
Oh my
He's
god.
cooked and booked.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Hey Ryu, you wanna
Yeah,
edit?
no, fuck
Ah
no.
shit. Oh
I'm
well,
gonna have to
guess
edit
I'm
for
editing
school
these.
anyway, so
Yeah, like I don't.
Yeah.
no.
Fucking I don't go to
Anyway.
university, I just sit here all day and make content. That's what I do for a living.
Yeah,
Yep,
exactly.
content
Exactly.
farm.
I
Also,
am the
the fucking
content.
the fucking outfit that Oolong had, I don't know. I
Oh,
didn't
like
expect
Chinese
it.
communist thing?
No,
Was
the
I the only one who
fucking
followed
the
that? I
bunny
saw that
suit.
red star and I was like, this motherfucker's a communist.
I did
I
not
get
see
that
it.
actually. Now that you say it.
I get that. Yeah, I didn't notice. Like, I didn't realize it.
Yeah, I
But
didn't
yeah,
think about that.
Bro, I was
Uh,
like fucking 13 when I watched this shit for the first. I was like, what is this What is this Mao Zedong shit?
what's going
question.
on?
Yeah, what's up?
Do you know anything about Ryu? Do you know anything about the power system of Dragon Ball?
There is no
I
power
know they can
system as of right
transform.
now.
Yeah.
Like, I know they can like transform into forms more or less. I know a little bit about Frieza, like how that like somehow becomes gold and Black Frieza and that kind of shit. But I don't know how he gets there.
Bro,
Oh yeah, like I like from what I know, they just scream and become strong. That's
Fair enough.
mostly what I know.
That makes sense. That makes
And
sense.
they can
Yeah.
fusion in multiple ways. They have the earrings, which I kind of know because of Robo Ross's like animation videos, and they
Mhm.
can just do like the dance, the fusion dance. So I think learn from Roshi if I like that's my information lines
Mhm.
up. But yeah, more or less, I don't really know. Like, we've seen Roshi, and I know he becomes a mentor at some point. Don't know when he comes back.
When they build ups, who knows? You know.
Yeah. So that basically.
I think like something that's gonna definitely like be interesting. That I think, is gonna make this a pretty unique read through for all of us. Is just the formatting of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it almost feels And you guys will have to tell me if you like agree with it. But I was reading it and like I stopped at the final chapter that we were supposed to read for this week, and I was just like, this kind of feels like when shows were coming out, right? Like it's just
Yeah.
like this new episode for the week. See you next week for the next
Yeah.
installment. Like it kind
Yeah.
of felt like that, and I was very excited about that. Like you know,
Yeah.
obviously we're kind of artificially limiting ourselves, but like the vibe that generates is something that like I already felt when I finished the last chapter.
That's also very weird for me because I've just recently read JJK, which I've read like all the 240 chapters in like 3-ish weeks. I don't really remember.
Yeah.
But like, so for me to like just stop after I got to 10 is very weird because I was just
Same.
I almost want to go continue. Like, oh wait, no, I'm at 10. I should stop
Yeah,
here.
I need to stop. Yeah, I
I
was
need to
also
stop,
like,
yeah.
I had time left
Like
open.
out of habit,
and-
I was almost like going to the next one already. Like I don't know. It's just
Yeah, but like,
Sort of-
I think it's gonna be definitely interesting because this means that we're gonna stop ourselves at sometimes like really hype moments, or like just
yeah,
when we're like
like a
really
middle of
engrossed in the story.
actions. Yeah,
And then like we're going to have to stop, and I think that is going to, I think that's going to help like the anticipation for like keeping doing this. a lot.
yeah, exactly. Because you're gonna keep holding up hype and like, oh, I gotta wait for like another week. to,
Like
oh,
you know, like after this, obviously we have a week before we record the next one, but we're also gonna, you know, we get to read more.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
okay, recording finished. Let me.
I mean, that'll be
Immediately
you,
right
Hut.
to the-
Like I'm
Yeah.
right now I'm on a pretty cool section of Detective Conan. Like I gotta
Oh shit.
Like, I
yes,
have-
no, we're not making this a Detective Conan podcast. I can't do this. We can't
It's like
do
when
this.
every other
guys.
series but Dragon Ball.
I keep getting away with this.
We can't
Yep.
keep getting away with it.
Like,
Watch
have-
just like somebody's gonna do like a comparison of the amount of time we spent talking about other series that aren't Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball, and it's
Do
gonna
like
be
a
way
50-50.
closer than we're gonna.
Yeah.
We're gonna like.
Like a 40-60 kind of the vibe.
Yeah, and
like,
we're
shit,
gonna
man.
fuck. We keep telling off.
Fuck. Just call it the anime podcast. Just
Yeah.
talk about everything.
Hey, it's called 3Ps on the podcast. Like they don't know what
Yeah.
P's, what pod, what cast.
Mhm.
Exactly.
I have so many things I honestly want to say, but those are like spoilers and things
Spoilers,
that happen in
yeah.
the future.
Yeah, so I think that's gonna be a really good exercise for you, Hut, as well, because you can't really like talk about spoilers. Like you
Nope.
really
At the
have to
end,
limit
when,
yourself.
When we finally caught up, me and Ben, you can finally have two people to talk to about the entire
Yes, and-
series.
And, yep, and I could be like, this, go.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're
That's gonna be
opening
fun.
the floodgates at the end of the series.
Like
Yeah.
when we get there, we just hold back the door, like it just bursts open and you
I'll have so many.
It's like
They get a
orcs
load of
streaming
memes.
into Helm's Deep.
he keeps a channel just for memes in like a server, and it's like as soon as that happens, he invites us like the entire chat is full of memes.
Yeah. Oh my god! Like it'll be fun. Like I think like the formatting of this podcast is very fun, and I'm very excited to get into it again. Week.
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything? Any?
No, I think that's
Yes.
all of it.
Start of a journey.
Yes.
All right, so I can talk about more about Journey to the West. Okay, listen, guys.
So Journey to the West. They went to the west, to the village.
Yeah, that's true.
And-
Like obviously, like at some point, like
oh.
Bulma says she's from the West, I think as well.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
from
she does.
So
West.
I looked at that and was like, I get it. You ain't slick.
I
You ain't
understand.
slick. I got you.
I caught that. Yup.
I understood that.
Like the fucking the meme of like
Captain America.
no.
That was what I was
Good.
doing.
Also,
That's the
also-
one the like fuck, what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio when he's like, oh, and he's, like,
Yeah.
whistling.
also, I was gonna say that Capsule Corp seems very useful. You know, with the Hoi Poi capsules.
Yeah, the Horror Cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Must
right.
be-
I like as just a miscellaneous thing. I just have a note in here that says Goku said "Wugga," and that's funny for no reason.
Wugga.
Because he was talking about a car,
Wugga.
and like that's kind of that's like pretty similar to like Dutch slang.
Waggon.
So I thought that was
Yeah.
pretty funny. That go. That's what I'm saying. Like Toriyama's secret Dutchy, man. Like he's got
Yeah.
like he's
He
using
truly
Dutch
is.
slang. He called a character puree.
Yeah.
Like come on, he's one of us. He's one of us.
Yep, I can see it.
Also, I just want to quickly mention the Bulma thing. There's every guy they meet that is sort of hot. Like somehow she just gets extremely horny for them.
Like,
Like when
yeah,
Oolong
like
became
honestly,
nice
I was
guy.
kind of surprised about that.
Yeah, same.
Right,
That
like,
surprised me.
because like you're used to just being dudes. So I honestly, I was kind of like, you know what? I'm kind of fine with her being like this. I just wish she had other redeeming She had like redeeming qualities.
She had redeeming qualities, not other, just redeeming qualities.
Just like this isn't a
Just
redeeming quality.
anything.
This is like a subversion of a stereotype that Dragon Ball made almost.
Yeah, exactly.
So like that's weird to like look at, but then like she still has no redeeming qualities, so I still don't like her.
And he's also horny for Yamcha, but Yamcha can't handle fucking women, so they're just like.
That's a funny dynamic,
think-
though. That's
yeah,
kinda-
No, I love
like,
that. The dynamic is
Yeah.
kind of funny. That
Yeah,
that
and it's
that I
so-
do enjoy.
so bizarre because Yamcha's like conventionally good looking. She just doesn't have the confidence, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
like it's. I think so far, like we talk a lot about like all the like other aspects pretty much, but like we haven't talked much about the comedy, which is the main point of the story at this, like from where we are right
At this
now.
point, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that it like it's doing it decently. Like I think there's a good amount of jokes that don't land for me, as well. And
Yeah.
like obviously, like we do have to like acknowledge that we're a little bit older than the target audience for this.
Also, time period wise, there's a little bit of a shift.
Yeah,
you
so like
know?
that's the thing. But like there's still some good jokes in it.
Oh yeah, definitely. There,
Like
the humor
again,
is
like Bulma like slamming her face when she thinks she's pure, and like yeah, like that's good, just retribution, and it's funny. Like I love Goku saying Vaga. That was like
that's
again.
the Death Gen Z kind of humor, like Wagga.
Yeah, it's just like that's just some out of pocket shit, and it's just
random
funny.
shit. And the fucking the PP candy, the fucking I was like, oh, is it like some fucking Pokemon PP? Because that's where my brain went. And then just the fucking shit candy. I love the laxative.
Yeah. Which also is a reference to Journey to the West. There is like a crown that Son Goku
Son
Son
Wukong.
Wukong
It's gonna
wears,
confuse us a lot.
and because Son Goku is the Japanese name for it as well, Toriyama just went, let me just use that. He wasn't clever. He did not do anything clever with it.
And
but
Bulma is called Bulma, which is
yeah.
well, at
But
least-
like, so he wears a headband that Tripitaka uses to keep him in check, that will give him migraines if he disobeys. And here they changed it to diarrhea candy for Oolong, which
we never get
that's
to know
good-
how
that's a
long
good
the
joke.
effect is. We never get to know how long the effect is. Is it just
No
once
idea.
one shit, or is it
no,
diarrhea
it
for a
says
day?
it says it
Did I
lasts for
say
a
it?
month, 30 days.
A month. Oh damn.
Oh, that's the
So,
entire journey.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
she somehow, I don't know when, I don't know how, but she managed to make some pills that last for a month. That,
Yeah.
voice
Alright.
command is
I know I'm gonna have something more Journey to the West related to talk about next episode. I already know, because like they mentioned something, but I'll talk about that next week. I think that'll do it. Unless you have something else you want to talk about.
Answer first.
Once fast. Hut. Do you have anything else?
no, except for Yamcha being named after.
Oh yeah, like a Chinese dish, right? Chinese noodle
Yeah.
dish, something like that.
It
Sure.
says Chinese meal of tea and dim sum.
Dim
Okay.
sum.
I was gonna make a yummy joke. As in yum.
Yum
cha.
yum.
Yeah, I thought that was what you're going for. Anyways. Alright, so that'll do it for the first episode of the 3-piece in the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll be back next week with chapters 11 to 20. Hopefully you enjoyed, and come back next week. With that, we say goodbye to Ryu,
Laters.
to Hut,
Bye bye.
and I've been your host. We'll see you next week.